Welcome back, welcome back. It is time for another unboxing. Can you guess what camera we have here? We have the ZVE10 Mark II. Recently picked up this camera for a specific job, and the Mark II caught my eye for the reasons of the fact that it is a small, compact body, and the autofocus is on point. And I have multiple Sony bodies, and well, before I get into that, let's just unpack it first. So what is in the box? So you have all this reading material here, limited warranty. You have register your Sony gear and more reference information. And this might be the manuals. No, that's not manuals. There's a lot of pamphlet in that one. Okay, what's in the box? In the box, you have a strap. Let's take this out on the side so we can see. So you have the strap for the camera. You have one battery. Okay. And what's in here? This might be the dead cat audio. Yeah, there's a dead cat for the audio. Okay. You slip that onto the hot shoe, and that should give you cleaner audio, so you don't have the wind blowing into it, and it reduces some of that noise in the wind. Okay. What else? Okay, just this camera. All right. Okay, so the build quality. There's a lot of plastic in this body, and it's good and bad. So I love the weight on this thing. It is very, very lightweight. The kit lens, not the best, but because this is meant for a vlogging camera, it's great that it's small and compact. Let's go around and the camera. Okay, so you have pretty much all the same buttons around some of the newer models like the FX3, the FX30. So some of this will be kind of relatively similar. Okay, you have the inputs of SD card. You have audio input 3.5 and a USB, and that's probably for charging. And if you want, I think you want to run your camera straight on Edison power, you can do that. And then what's down here? Okay, HDMI mini, and then headphone jack. Here, the battery is underneath. Okay, it takes those bigger types of Sony batteries. Perfect, because I have a lot of these, and from my A7R3 and my FX3, this just goes hand in hand with the battery, not having to purchase any other kinds of battery. That is great. All right, on. Take out the lens cap. So here is information on the lens in the front, so you can see. Okay, and this is an E-mount lens. So let me kind of clear this area out. So the reason why I bought this camera. Okay, I briefly just set up the camera so that way we can get to the menu right away. Okay, so you have input here for to mount tripods or anything like that. You can actually probably get a cage. Yeah, actually you can get a cage for this body, so that way you can mount additional accessories, from lights to additional audio or whatever else you might need to build out your camera. Now let's briefly look at the lens. And so like I said, this is an E-mount lens. You have a toggle here that you can zoom in and zoom out. You can also toggle here to zoom in and zoom out. Oh, I like that. That comes in handy. Okay. And then the buttons are here for camera, still photo, and then if you want S&Q. Here's the look from the top of the camera. The build quality on the sides, the bottom of the camera, the lens. Okay. And again, I'm going to open this up so you can get a closer look. Okay. You got the SD card. It only takes one slot. HDMI and headphones. Okay. The screen swivels, which is nice. You can do that. And you can do your selfie when you're filming. Something like that. Okay. As a filmmaker, videographer, we have tools that we use for all kinds of jobs. For the sake of this purchase, I will tell you the reasons why I bought this camera. The first thing about the camera is it's lightweight. Having a very lightweight camera compared to my A7R, my FX3, those types of bodies. Look at this one with a cage. This gets heavy already, and I don't know, you can't really tell too much because of the cage, but look at the difference in the body size of that. Okay, with the cage alone, this is way too much for me. And if I'm traveling for vacation, yes, I would like to have good quality image and pictures, but because of my work, I do a lot of stock video and photos, and stock videos tend to make more money, so I tend to just focus on stock videos more so now. I like these types of camera and my FX3. Okay, here's my FX3. You see how bulky this thing is? This thing is super heavy, and I don't like the weight if I'm just going to be just doing some vacationing, some work. I don't want to bring this camera with these lenses, and they're so big, versus this. I can do vlogging. I can capture a lot of wide shots and some food content, and match this with a slider, a portable slider, and you got some very nice shots. Now, these two cameras are full frame. This is not full frame. The full frame body on the ZVE10, I believe, is another $1,000. I did not want to spend that much money, even though, oh my god, it felt so good in the hands. It felt great shooting with it. But if I was gonna get another one for $2,000, I could probably just get another FX3. Aside from it being full frame, if you decide to use this lens with this, you're capable of using an E-mount. The only thing is it's going to be a crop factor because this is a full frame. It's not a big thing for me. So if this is going to be shooting for interviews like A cam, this could be a B cam, C cam, you know. If you wanted to use off-brand, say for instance a Zeiss 1.4, which will give you a nice bokeh background, you can use this for this camera. So you'll get that effect, but it'll be cropped with this camera, which is fine, you know. As long as you have options to work with, if you're going to be using this on a specific shoot, a little bit of crop, you know, not a big deal, but you get that nice bokeh look. so I don't have to sell this. I can keep using it for my lenses, for my camera. Another reason why I bought it is because I don't have to buy a different kind of battery. The battery is the same as these two cameras. Okay, another reason why I bought it is you can use external mic, which I already have, and you can just pretty much tap in the receiver and plug it in here, so you could just run a camera like this. Newer types of wireless can probably read through this. I think DJI has a system where it could run directly into the Sony cameras without having cables. Yes, it's quite annoying with these cables, but you know what? I've gotten so used to them that it doesn't really bother me as much. Still lightweight with this setup. I can still roam and have clean audio with this setup. Okay. They did provide you with a dead cat, and you could put that in the hot shoe here. I believe it goes front this way. Okay, it goes like that. I don't really like it. It looks like hair sticking out of the camera, but it does provide a cover for not only the hot shoe, but also for this. So it gives it some protection on that. Okay, another reason why I bought it is it has S-Log3 and Cinetone, and that makes a huge difference if you want to make content that has a little bit more cinematic flavor to it. And then it does have high speed. I believe it goes to 120 frames per second on a 1080, and this shoots 4K. I mentioned Cinetone just a minute ago. You also have S-Log, and so that could be a great match for my FX3 if I'm shooting a client that's not paying very much, and you know, you could probably just get away with shooting with this camera. And if the budget calls for it, then you have a B cam and an A cam that you can match pretty much close to what you're shooting with S-Log3 or Cinetone or anything like that. So, and you can shoot 4K. So that's a benefit on that one. Okay, let's briefly look at the back end here. Hopefully you can see it without no reflection. So you have the log, and I can't get to that log here. What else do we have here? You can choose your flavor of XAVS, HS 4K. You have this, and then VCS HD. So you have all those flavors for shooting. You have proxy. You can shoot with proxy if you wanted to. Let's see. Oh, you can have 10-bit if you wanted to shoot at 422. So it gives you more color spectrum on that one. And then let's see, gamma assist. All right. So this kind of gives you an idea what's in the back end of this system. I mean, it's pretty much the same as my FX3 minus certain features, but like for the most part, it's generally almost the same setup with the settings. Okay. So I would need to go through and which settings I kind of want to use. But lastly, the most important thing about why I love this camera is the autofocus feature, and I need to set it up so you know, when it's on continuous autofocus, it'll just focus itself without having to push the shutter button. And the older model of this, you had to push the shutter button halfway down so you get the focus, but this will be continuous. So I need to set that up here because this is an unboxing. I'm just gonna briefly just show you what's currently here, but I need to go through my own personal settings so I can go through it and figure out what I want the most to maximize this camera. All right, and you can shoot vertically, and you see how that kind of tilted this way. So now you have vertical and your information is all lined up to the vertical mode. So that is cool. I like that. All right, I'm going to do a more thorough video on this, but right now this is just an unboxing on this part, just so you get a feel for how the camera looks. But I'm going to go on and start messing with this and do some shooting. If you guys have any questions down below in the comments, I did provide a link to Amazon regarding this product. If you decide to click on that link, it'll take you to Amazon. If you decide to purchase that link, it'll give us a small commission, as I am an affiliate with Amazon. Thanks for watching.